What's up, big time gang? Another new piece. I can't wait to show you guys this one. If you're interested in this, please stay tuned. All right, big time gang. So I was holding it like this for a reason. Maybe you can tell if I get close enough. Now, what material is that in that little dial there, huh? If you guessed it right, then good for you. If not, Meteorite, baby. My second Meteorite watch, and this one is also icy on the bezel. So I sold a couple watches to get this bad boy, but the price was right on Invicta stores, and I could not pass it up. Under $400 for Meteorite, diamonds, and a high polish case, Magnum. You couldn't get this watch with the same movement and high polished, with no diamonds, no Meteorite, for under like $700, you know, 3-4 years ago. And now to get all these perks, you know, I had to get it. I had to. So anyway, it's a quartz watch. It's a Z60 or Z60 movement. It is an Invicta Reserve, but I only have one other Meteorite, and it doesn't have ice. So this is my first one that has the diamonds on the bezel and the Meteorite dial. So I had to. I could not get it. It was just like calling my name. And under $400, like I said, I mean, it was a deal. So I did what I had to do to be able to get it, and that was sell a couple of watches, and I ended up selling a couple of Grand Octanes, which will probably shock most of you. But I've been selling Grand Octanes as of lately, not for the reason that I don't love them anymore, because I still care. I still like those watches a lot, but I have a lot of them, and I want to expand my collection. I want to continue to bring in new stuff for you, my viewers, to be able to watch. And if I don't start moving those, there's not very many other pieces I'm willing to get rid of right now. I'm one of those collectors that, you know, I either fall in love with the piece or I don't. And I know within the first, you know, day of wearing it, whether it'll be one that'll stay with me for long or not. And it doesn't matter what it is. If it's not something that gravitates or that I gravitate towards when I'm going to put a watch on, then 9 out of 10 times it'll go. So, you know, I was on that tangent of collecting Grand Octanes for a long time. And if you're not familiar with that, if you're new to the channel, I got the name Grand Octane King because I had collected up, I had maybe like 20 at that time, and nobody else at that time was collecting Grand Octanes like I was. And I quickly went from 20 to 63, I think in less than a year. And I got up to 63 Grand Octanes. And that's, you know, one model of Invicta. And I hit my goal of 60. First, my goal was 30, or 31, I think it was, for every day of the month. I hit that goal, and then I set the next goal at 63, one for every millimeter, because the watch to the crown is measured at 63 millimeters. So I hit that goal, and then, okay, now what? You know, so I wasn't going to try to get to 100. And there was a whole bunch of pieces I've been seeing lately that I wanted, and I can't justify spending thousands a month on watches. And you know, maybe a couple hundred every couple months, you know, is not a big deal. But to just, you know, splurge my money on watches is just not an option for me. So I began to sell to be able to get what I want. And I sold other pieces I really didn't care for as much at first. And then when I got down to where I didn't have very many other pieces I could get rid of, well, then the Grand Octane started to go. And I think I am down to somewhere between, you know, high 40s and low 50s. I actually haven't counted them, but I think that's about where I'm at. All right, so I got this all unwrapped. That was the case back cover. So this is model number 28413. Flame Fusion Crystal. Certified. I cannot read that word to save my life. Let's say MUONION. No, I'm not even going to try it. Meteorite dial. So it's a certified meteorite. Like I said, it has a RONDA Z60 movement in it. It's got the meteorite also in the little tiny dial at the 6 o'clock. It's got the ice on the bezel. Very good looking watch. Got the reserve logo on the crown. So anyway, we're going to size this bad boy. Then I'll do another video with a show and tell. So if you're interested in seeing me size it, stay tuned. If you're shopping for a watch, make sure to check out Georgia Mountain Watches. Link will be in the description. All right, so let's get into sizing this bad boy. She's all unwrapped and ready to go. So from now on in my sizing videos, I'm going to talk to you like you've never seen a Tell Me Big Time video before, and make it clear on how to size your watch for every sizing video I do, because I've gotten a few comments on the sizing videos as of lately that I'm not explaining enough, and that's just because it's become a routine for me, and making videos on it has become a routine, and I'm not explaining it well. So arrows, you see those arrows there? They're pointing down. You see that? So you want to hit the pin down. That's the direction you want to hit the pin. So arrows down, put it in the bracelet holder. Now I'm going to take one out on each side, and I think that's good. I can't really remember what I size magnums to, even though I've sized quite a few for myself. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to hit this pin out, and then the next one right next to it. Once I hit the two pins out, now I'll have a link free. Once I pop these out, there's the pins there. Remove the one link, put the bracelet back together, and place the pin opposite the arrows. So now the arrow is pointing down, which is there. Can you see that? And now I'm going to push the pin. The pin is, let's see if I get the focus. You see that this side here is a fatter side. So that's the side that goes in last. So I'm going to go up from the bottom. And now the fatter side of the pin is sticking out there. And with the soft side of my hammer, the plastic side, hit that back in. And I always give a love tap with the pin punch to make sure it's well secured. And now we're going to do the opposite, or the same on the opposite side. So now arrows again, facing down. Line it up on the bracelet holder. And same routine as I just did. One out. Now I had somebody ask me if they have to be gentle, and it's all up to your preference. It takes a little bit of force to knock the pin loose, especially if it's a used watch. You get a lot of dead skin and grime that build up on the watch, and the links and stuff like that, and it becomes a lot harder to move. Iridescent is a very hard one to size. So if it's being stubborn, apply more force. And now, I mean, there's only so much force you can apply on that pin punch before it snaps. So you don't want to apply, too much force where you break your tools. But it shouldn't take that much force. If you're doing it right, it should not take, gorilla strength. It should be a couple of good taps with this little hammer on the punch is all it really takes. So now a couple taps. Now we're going to try this bad boy on. And that's perfect. So 2 links out and it's perfect. Fits me perfect. And there it is. Meteorite Magnum, baby. So the last thing I like to show, and this is important to me, if you keep this routine up for yourself, it becomes very easy and very clean. So here's a good example of how to put the pin back in. So there's the arrows there facing down. So you hit the pin down when you're sizing to knock the pin out. And then when you're putting the pin back in, which I'm going to do right now, you want the fat side of the pin to go in last, narrow side first. And you go opposite of the arrows to put it back in. Then I'm going to put the other pin here. And then I always make up a bag. Now you can buy these on Amazon like for 50 or 100 of them for like a couple bucks. So I got the model number 28413 Meteor Magnum. So I know what it is. I only have one Meteorite Magnum, so there's no confusion. Get this baggie open. And I drop it in there. Oop, I lost a pin. So this pin has no friction on it because the other part of the bracelet's not there. That's why it just fell out like that. And then I keep these in a 1-slot dive case so that I know exactly where my links are at when the time comes, if I ever need to resize or if I decide to sell or trade it. So this is something that I like to show in my videos because it's a way of staying organized. And if you're a collector of many watches, this is an easy way for you to find your links in the future. So anyway, please share the video, drop a comment, be sure to subscribe, stay tuned. I'll show you a quick little video of it on the wrist and a couple quick shots. Have a great day. God bless.